You're watching Channel 3 WCAX Burlington. From Vermont's most watched news station, this is the Channel 3 News.
Coming up in the news, dozens of homes throughout central Vermont are being evacuated as rivers flood their banks. We'll have a live report. The storm has also knocked out power to hundreds of homes. We'll have the latest numbers. Plus, the Vermont City Marathon is now just 2 days away. We'll have some last-minute tips to help you get ready for the big event. Coming up, the countdown to the marathon. Are you ready for the big event? We'll have some last-minute tips to help you prepare. Welcome back. The Vermont City Marathon is now just 2 days away, and if you're feeling a little nervous about the race and wondering if there's some last-minute things you can do to prepare, we do have a couple tips for you this morning. Joining me is marathon runner Dane Rauschenberg. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you are here because you've got to be the closest thing to an expert we have on marathons. This is going to be your 130th marathon?
Absolutely. First time in Vermont as well.
First time. You're from Salt Lake City originally?
Yes.
Why Vermont?
Well, Vermont is, I'm trying to run a marathon in every state, and I'm just basically here working with the Federation of Beef Councils to talk about healthy eating and healthy living through running and eating beef. And so came to Vermont and working with them to talk about how you can get through, it's amazing how healthy you can be when you're out there running.
Does diet, is that important when it comes to a big race like this?
Absolutely. You hear people all the time say, oh, I bet you as a runner you can eat whatever you want. And actually, calories are more important to runners than anybody else. We don't want to jam our body with things that are unhealthy. And what I love is the fact that with just 3 ounces of lean beef, you can get 51% of your protein for an entire day with only 154 calories.
All right. In addition to that, you've only been running marathons for 5 years now?
Correct, yeah.
How'd you get started, and why run 130 over a 5-year period?
Well, I ran 52 marathons and 52 weekends back in 2006, and that kind of helped the average a little bit.
Yeah.
And so basically I just wanted to challenge myself, and that's what I do all the time is, on Sunday I'll be doing 9 miles after the marathon to do 35 miles for my 35th birthday.
Just for fun.
Why not, right?
Why not add 9 more to it? Now, are there any tips or any things that people can do at this point? It's only 2 days away.
Right.
A lot of people are nervous about running in the marathon.
I say go ahead and be nervous, because that proves that you realize what you're doing is a challenging, difficult thing. And so at this point, just relax, hydrate, just keep off your feet and just get ready for the big event.
And how much of it is mental, and how easier has it gotten for you as you've run each marathon?
There's an old quote from Bill Rogers, one of the greatest marathoners ever, who said marathons are 90% mental and 10% mental. So basically, the entire thing is mental, and you've got to relax and just take it all in.
Do you change anything depending on the weather and your approach to how you run the race?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it's going to be a hot, humid day, you've got to revamp your plans. It's probably going to be a lot harder to run than it would be if it was a cool day. But runners, we run in anything. As long as it's not lightning out there, I'll be fine.
And has it gotten easier for you over time? And at what point does it get easier? Is it after the first 10? Is it after the first 2?
It gets easier. I don't know if it ever gets easy. I mean, it's 26.2 miles no matter how many times you run it. And without a doubt, that's what makes runners so much of a tight-knit group. It doesn't matter if you're running a 2-hour and 15-minute marathon or a 6-hour and 15-minute marathon. You're all going towards the same finish line, and you understand how difficult it is.
So some people, this might be their first marathon. If they're thinking about running next year, when should they start preparing ideally?
Now. I mean, there's no time like the present with running.
All right, Dane, thanks for joining us this morning, and good luck with your marathon plus 9 miles on Sunday.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with another check on the weather.